Good morning, good morning, good morning, Yoni.
Morning.
Shalom, good morning, Abba, good morning, Isaac, Hanan. How are we all doing today? Baruch Hashem, fine. Thanks for asking. Where is, here we go. Okay. We are live. We are alive. We are FiveAlive. Boom. Okay. Second reading, Exodus 25:17 through 30. You see, the first furnishing of the tabernacle that God instructed the Jews to make was the Ark of the Covenant, an open, gold-covered wooden box that housed the 2 tablets of the covenant upon which God had engraved the 10 commandments. This ark was sealed by a golden cover, upon which were 2 figurines of winged angels with infant faces, known as the cherubim. The cherubim, yeah. Nice. Yeah. Looking forward to hear everybody's thoughts. I'm eating a candy that's also a multivitamin. Tastes like sugar to me. Well, it could be sugar and some vitamins. Either ways, Yoni, please take it away.
All right. The inner child. Vasisa Shnaim Keruvim Zohal. Shmais Barak Chafei Pasuk Yirches. And you must make 2 golden cherubim. Exodus chapter 25, verse 18. Yeah, I'm looking forward to what this has to say. Abba, good to see you. I know you don't see me. That's fine. Shalom. Sorry, it took a second to remember your name. Good to see you. Ditto on what I said to Abba. Abba, I only remembered your name because you went up, because it said it A. For a moment, you went off. On my data is really bad, so I saw an A. I was like, yeah, his name's Abba. I remember that. And Isaac. Isaac mentioned himself in the Good Morning, so I remember his name now. Either way, I think I have an answer to my question from what was it, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. It's not fully developed, but yeah. Also, I don't remember hearing an answer from you, and I said I'll watch that video, and I haven't. And I can't remember which day it was, so there goes that. Okay, pass.
John.
Good morning, everyone. Abba, it's good to see you. Yoni, it's good to hear you. It's okay that you forgot my name. I will read. The infant-like faces of the cherubim signified that our intrinsic bond with God is akin to the essential bond between parent and child. Despite any fluctuations that might arise in their relationship, the bond between parent and child can never be broken. The fact that the cherubim were situated above the tablets of the Torah and faced each other signified that by studying the Torah we can reach the root of our divine soul, allowing our consciousness to merge totally with God. The infant faces of the cherubim also alluded to the fact that the Torah as we know it is a diluted, simplified version of the heavenly Torah, God's infinite wisdom. God contracted his infinite wisdom into a form we can understand and digest, much as an expert teacher contracts his grasp of a subject in order to convey it to his pupils. Pass.
Abba.
Good morning, Isaac. Good morning, Shalom. It's good to see you and hear you. Sometimes you're on and off. Yoni, always a pleasure. And so it's actually interesting. I don't know why I never noticed it, but I believe this is I don't know if it's the only time, but like I think it's like one of the rare times we mention the age of an angel. That the angel is the look of an infant, which is, yeah, I don't know what to think about it. It says that in some occasions the Jews are the wife or the Jews are the daughter of God, but actually once heard that the Jews is the mother is the mother of God, which is very cool. It was something on Rosh Hashanah. Like God got three crowns. I don't know. It was pretty interesting. But the angels of an infant. Um, yeah, I didn't know angels had ages. Just something to dwell upon. And there's a lot going on around me, so I'm gonna pass.
Okay. Yes. Nice observation going on over there. But I don't think it said the age. It was just saying what it looked like. Right? It had the face of an infant. Could be like 1,000 years old, you know. Imagine that. Wow. That one must be frustrating. Anyways, I didn't cop this last one that you read, so I'm going to try and look it over. The infant-like faces of the cherubim signify that our intrinsic bond with God is akin to the central bond between parent and child. Despite any fluctuation that might arise in the relationship, the bond between parent and child can never be broken. I'm going to stop right there because I had a serious debate with Mendu this morning because he's knocking on my door. And I'm like, "Good morning, Mendu. Did you say Maidani, watch Nagamas?" He's like, "Tati, why do you always speak about that?" I'm like, because you have to watch every morning. He's like, "Yeah, but I don't ask you about that." I'm like, man, oh man, what a debate. Anyways, then he started speaking about how I could come into his room whenever I want, but he can't come into my room. It's not fair. Yoni?
Yeah, just imagine that angel, 1,000 years old, has 2,000 years of wisdom, comes down to earth, and just doesn't understand why nobody is like even paying attention to him because, or taking him seriously for that matter, because he just has a baby face. Come on. um, that's actually very interesting that he said how Mendu had a serious debate with you. It's just very, very, very interesting. I love it. I love the fact that there's these stories come up and it's an innocent but the question at the same time is valid. I think at least. So I wonder what you answered. You answered him. Um, and I might have to go soon, just because of time and percent on battery. So yeah, I'll pass.
Shalom.
No, Yoni, don't leave us. Good morning, Itzy. I'm gonna give the text a look again. I wasn't really paying attention when I was reading it. I tried to, but I didn't really understand what it was saying. I don't know why they would be looking like children if they weren't supposed to be like uh an example for children, as if they were kids, as if like it's alluding to kids having something to do with being angels or something like that. I don't know. I really don't know what it's trying to say. So something on my mind, I was thinking, someone told me there's no absolute, no, there's no, everything, every action we do is an absolute good or absolute like evil. Not like obviously every single thing in this world could be used for good or bad, but our actions themselves are either down the path of like either positive or negative. There's no in between path once we do something. And every action snowballs into the next one unless we take a stand and change it. So I'm just wondering if everything is every action is like that, positive or negative.
My bad. Good morning, Itzy. Forgot I was on mute there. So it's interesting. Yeah, I don't know why I just jumped to the conclusion and thought that the angels were babies. I just figured if they had baby faces, I mean, like, why else would the Torah mention the baby faces? Like, what difference does it make? I mean, it's not actually, it doesn't say, we're not talking about actual angels. It's the Kruvim, you know? It's a child angel. That obviously has no age. It's not existing. It's made of gold. So it's just funny, the idea of a child, whatever. And I'm all out what to say. So, actually, last thing, Isaac, I do remember when I was a kid also having some sort of debate similar to Mendu. It was like, I think I asked, like, why do I have to go to sleep now and you don't have to go to sleep now? I was pretty upset about it. But it brought back memories.
What do we have to? The fact that caravan wings were spread protectively over the arcs alluded to the fact that the Torah education of young children ensures the uh, per, uh, preservation and continuous continuity continuity of transmission of the Torah. So, I mean, I was reading this meanwhile, like before. I mean, I don't really understand it, how it goes into inner child, but I mean, most of us, like yesterday, there was a game. Like we're all like, yeah, we're gonna win. Like we're all like in our inner child. Like we wanted someone to win. Like we didn't want the other team to win. Like we're like, no, we want this, we want that. Like kids, our inner child wants something. Like if we see if a little kid sees a lollipop, he wants a lollipop. Like we want the game. Like yeah.
So we're saying, I think, 3 different reasons of why the Kruvim had a baby face. One is to tell us about the connection between a parent and a child that can never be broken. And that is our relationship with the Eibishter. 2 is that the Torah that we have is a simplified version of the spiritual antecedent of the Torah. So, like a child is more of a simple version, right? Contains everything, but a simplified version. And the last one is about the education of children. That to ensure the continuity of Torah, we got to make sure that children have a proper education. Yes.
Torah Or, page 79D. Rishimot, page 108. Likutei Sichos, 5,000. Sichos Kodesh, 5,741, volume 2, pages 395, 396, 397. Likutei Sichos, volume 26, pages 181. 180, 181, 182. By the way, because of FiveAlive, I started, whenever I'm learning anything, I actually started looking at the footnotes or reading the sources. More than 80% of the time I do that, unless I just miss it. Which, like in Rashi, I miss it sometimes when I'm learning chitas. Yeah, it's pretty interesting stuff. Yeah, I guess my mind is blank. What I want to say? Oh yeah, Isaac. If you could help me out, I want to text you afterwards. In gathering some, I guess, sources or teachings or stuff like that. If you could help me out, I'm going to send you exactly what I'm looking for, and we'll talk. I got to go now. So everybody have a wonderful, stupendous, amazing, great, awesome, loving, and adorable day.
Bye. I have another turn to speak. Amazing, amazing. So many turns. With the beard's looking gorge. Making great progress. Baruch Hashem. I don't really like get what we're talking about here for some reason. I'm a little bit zoned out. I'm trying to stay focused, but I know we're talking about angels and babies and how like there's a relationship between God and us. There's a lot of metaphors for the relationship between us and God, even though like I don't really get it because I don't see God and I don't really like feel a relationship. I mean, I could put on tefillin, but it's like it's more like just speaking to myself. The conversations, and then like I imagine in my mind that there's God somewhere. Like I don't really know what to envision, but the relationship is more between whatever I want, whatever like my desires are, and my imagination. Yeah, definitely not like a parent and a child. Definitely not. I'll go ahead.
No, it's not. It's okay.
Your turn?
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Hello, Isaac. Oh, yeah, you're actually there. Yeah, it's actually it was weird because Sean was saying I don't he wasn't understanding the connection between himself and God, right after he said like we're like it's like a parent and a child. Whenever my father comes outside and like asks me for favors, like can you pick this up and that, and I'm like it's like weird. No, so it made me realize first of all, actually makes perfect sense. You know, like think about it. I mean, I don't know the connection. It's a weird connection because in the one hand, you a father and a child will always be the father of a child, whether they know it or not. You can have you have a father that you never knew about. You know that there's a father. It has to be someone because you wouldn't be existing without. So there's definitely connection there, but oh, that actually makes perfect sense. Your connection, you know, like as God as a father, it's like that in that kind of way. Like you can't exist without him.
Yeah. So it says I'm skipping through like some words, and then it says like something between like the bond between a parent and a child can never be broken. Like
It's impossible. Even if a parent or a child gets upset at their parent, their love is still beyond their anger. Like, they can be angry for something that they did, but at the end of the day, they're sad, and they're sad that they did it, and at the end they love. Like, if a child does something wrong, like, they'll I remember from yesterday, someone told me a story how they were hiding from they're hiding from their mother, and then the mother was calling them, and then the kid heard the mother calling the police, and then the kid ran from his hiding place, and he ran to his mother and said, "Here I am," and she gave him a big hug, and I don't think he said he didn't get in trouble. So yeah.
It's actually a little bit intriguing because is that true?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Despite any fluctuations that might arise in the relationship, the bond between parent and child can never be broken. I guess my question would be, what exactly does that mean? The bond. As in, like, your father's your father no matter what you do, and your child's your child no matter what you do? Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, is that what we're saying? Because I'm pretty sure that there are, not that I know any cases of this, but I would be pretty sure that there are parents and children that their relationship is not a very good one. And not only just temporarily, but maybe their entire life. As in, like, cases of abuse, cases of the kid just being a little bit crazy, you know. So, my question, Shalom.
I think that no, I don't think that. I think it, but I don't say it. Ich weiß nicht, was zu sagen, except to read in Yiddish, which, by the way, I've never put into use, even though I spent a lot of time learning it. But I know it, which is somehow valuable. Whatever. I don't know how I got there, but I did. And I definitely agree with what you're saying, because I think that there's, like, between two people, I don't think there's ever a connection that's so strong that it can never be broken. I think there's always potential for a broken bond between people because, yeah, like you said, potential for, like, abuse or something like that, or just no connection was ever made between them. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's always that connection, and I just don't see how it can not be broken.
Hey, Abba.
Okay. So at first I thought the same thing also, right? Like, there's no way, like, this for sure. Like, I knew of a father and a son that their relationship was terrible, and I'm like, yeah. So I could definitely see it's, but like that's just one that I know of, and I'm sure there's plenty out there in the world where their father son connection is not unbreakable because it's been broken. It's they don't have a relation or a bond or anything until his father was passing away, and somehow that whatever it was that broke the bond was like forgotten, and the last few moments were put back together. That's what I think it means. That's unbreakable. It's like at the end of the day, when it comes to like me and you, right? Like the way Isaac likes to say, you as in like you, not you, you know, like the you. And me as in like me, not me, but like me. So stuff like that. That bond cannot be broken. That's just from the one case that I saw. FiveAlive Rocha.
I mean, most of the time, when we don't really pay attention to the bond of our parents. Like we're like, yeah, I don't want to I want to do my own thing and like don't stop me. And like most of the time, parents are like, no, it's not good for you. But like you don't know if it's good. You think it's good for you, but they know it's not good for you. But like most of the time, they wanna like spend time with you. Like if you want to have a break, if you want to skip school, then maybe we can do something together. Like I don't know, like most of the time people just want to be on electronics doing nothing, like just putting their face in a screen. I mean, I realized it this week when a family friend was here and for a few days, and I wanted to spend time with them, but like once I woke up, like they were at my house for a few days. Once I woke up to go to school, like I see them on the iPad. I come home, it's still on the iPad. Like, I mean, internet is like going beyond like reaction of like people talking to each other.
Well, I have a question, but my question is not, I mean, the question that I asked is not questioning if what is saying here is true. My question is, what is he saying? Like I was saying, I mean, Abba, I thought of that kind of scenario, but at the same time, I'm sure there were people that the father died without them ever reconciling their relationship. Because I think that we're talking about something here that's beyond just like how they interact. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not just a. That's why I'm asking, what does the bond mean? Like on a most basic level, the fact, like I said before, the fact that the father is the father, you can never change that. You can't choose a different father. And the fact that the kid is the kid, you can't unkid your kid. He's your kid. You know? So that fits, right? That's the thing that fits. That no matter what you do, even if the parent is the worst or the child is the worst or the best, doesn't make a difference. There's no difference in a certain something, which no matter what you do will always remain the same. And I think that for sure fits. The fact that the father is the father and the fact that the child is the child. But that's not saying much. I think that there's more to it. Oh, that's all. All right. Yasher Koyach. Thank you. Mashiach now.
Isaac, have a fantastic day.
You too.
Mazel tov.
And
Oh, you're not.
may the
Where are
wedding
you right now?
be smooth, sweet, and wunderbar. I
Mazal tov.
spoke Yiddish for Shalom.
It's amazing to see your face.